Hi, this is Rethik, your biology subject matter expert from MemoNeet. And in this video, we are going to discuss about evolution. What do you mean by evolution and what are the process that happened during the evolution and who discovered okay, this is something, the phenomenon is happening, which is called as evolution and all we are going to discuss in detail in this video. So, coming to evolution, the very first concept that comes in evolution is origin of life. That means, how did this life happen? Evolution, whenever we are getting into evolution, the very major question that comes in our mind is how did the life origin, right? So that is the major question that comes in our mind. So, origin of life is considered a unique event in the history of the universe. And the universe is vast. Like Earth is only not the one planet, right? So, and this is not the only one solar system where we are living. So, therefore, the universe is vast. Relatively speaking, the Earth itself is almost only a speck. That means out of many, if it is you have a huge dust, only one part the Earth is. Okay. So the universe is very old, almost 20 billion years old. That is what a normal they say. Huge clusters of galaxies comprise the universe. Huge clusters of galaxies, okay? They comprise the universe, and galaxy contains what? They do contains stars, clouds of clouds, which is actually made up of gases and dust. Considering the size of the universe, Earth is indeed a sphere. So the Big Bang theory is one theory which actually attempts to explain to us the origin of life. What exactly, how life came into exist. So one thing is Big Bang theory is something that actually attempts to explain to us the origin of life. So it talks of a singular huge exploration that happened in a. So then what happened? Because of that, the universe expanded and hence the temperature came down. That is what it explains. So after the bang and the earth got cooled, right? So hydrogen and helium, they formed sometimes later. Then the gases they got condensed under gravitational force, which and formed the galaxies of the present day universe. In the solar system of the Milky Way galaxy, Earth was supposed to have been formed about 4.5 billion years ago, and there was no atmosphere on the early Earth. So, water vapor. Okay, then the methane, carbon dioxide, ammonia released from the molten mass covered the surface. Then UV rays, that is from the sun, right, broke up water into hydrogen and oxygen, and the lighter or that H2 gas expanded. Then the oxygen, what you got? They combined with the ammonia, which was that here. They both combined. Okay. Ammonia and also it was been combined with the methane. So these three compounds they combine to form water, CO2 that is carbon dioxide and other compounds. The ozone layer was formed now. As it cooled, the water vapor fell as rain to fill all the depression that is if this is a land, there used to be some depressions, right? So that got filled by the water and it got a form called ocean. So one thing is life appeared 500 million years ago. That's what they're saying. Okay, years after the formation of the earth. That means once the earth was formed, after the formation of earth, like 500 million years ago, the very life got appeared on the earth. So almost 4 billion years back, that's what they estimate. So early Greek thinkers, they thought that the units of life called spores were transformed to different planets, including Earth. Okay. They were being transferred to different planets, including Earth. Then panspermia is still a favorable idea for some astronomers. This is the theory, which explains that there was some spores that got transferred to different planets, including Earth, and later on, the life got, you can actually observe the life on the planets, different Earth. Like one is Earth initially, and the same thing could happen somewhere else. For a long time, it was also believed that life came out of decaying and rotting matter like what do you say that mud, straw, etc. So this was the theory of spontaneous generation. I guess you still know what is spontaneous generation, right? That is the life from non-living matter. Then the Louis Pasteur, he carefully observed and he did an experiment demonstrating that life comes only from pre-existing life. This is very important. So life do comes from only pre-existing life. Then he showed that pre-steriled flask you have, right? So life did not came from the killed yeast, while in another flask, which was open to the air, a new life organisms, they were arised from the previous one. Okay, killed yeast. From the killed yeast, the life got arrived. Then spontaneous generation theory was also dismissed once and for all because, however, this did not answer how the first life form came from. Like in spontaneous generation, what he observed is the living organism, they come from pre-existing one. But pre-existing one, how did that came from? Like how did the very first organism came from? So this theory failed to explain that, and we do not follow this theory anymore. So later on, another very experimental model was being demonstrated. That is Oparin model. Okay, Oparin of Russia, then Alden of England. They too proposed the very first form of life could have come from pre-existing, non-living organic matter. Here, organic matter could be either protein or RNA. Okay, and that formation of life was predicted by the chemical evolution. So that is formation of diverse organic molecule from inorganic constituents. Very important. The condition on Earth where high temperature was there, then volcanic storms were there, then reducing atmospheric containing the CH4, NH3 and all were also there. Like there were many, inorganic components were there. So in 1953, S.L. Miller, an American scientist, he created a similar condition in the laboratory. So this is the condition. He created a electric discharge. So can you see this electrodes? So in a closed flask containing these are the gases, okay, inorganic components which were being there, like CH4, ammonia were there, then water was there, hydrogen was there, okay, water vapor. And this was been at 8,000 degrees Celsius. And he observed the formation of what? Amino acids formation were been observed. In similar experiment, the other observation, formation of sugar, nitrogen base phase, pigments and fats were also been observed. So analysis of the meteoroid, that means meteoroid would have come and it into the water, contains also similar compound, including the similar processes. Okay. So that means the process are occurring elsewhere in the space. That is what they came with a conclusion. With it limited evidence, the first part of the conjugated story, that is chemical evolution, was no more less accepted. That is, still they could not explain it, how this might have happened. So it was not completely accepted, the chemical evolution. Okay. So later on with that experiment, the first non-cellular form of life that you are seeing could have originated 3 million years back. They would have been gained molecules like RNA, proteins, polysaccharides, and all. These capsules, reproduced their molecular, perhaps, and the first cellular form of life did not possibly originate till 2000 million years ago. So there were probably a single cell. All life forms were in water environment only. This version of biogenesis, that is, the first form of life, arose slowly through the evolutionary forces from non-living molecules, is accepted by majority. Okay. So what does this experiment shows us? Like how did it shows from non-living to living is? So they had these whatever called as atmospheric condition were being made and pressure was being made, and later on, there was a vacuum pump was there and spark discharge. They created pre-environmental condition. Okay, before life form, whatever the environmental condition was that was created, and whatever the gas, they were condensed to form water, and later on they absorbed, and they could see some of the amino acids there. So we come up with the next concept that is called the evolution of life form, which is a theory concept. So many religious literatures, they tell us about the theory of species creation, how the species got created. And this theory has three, divisions. So one is that all living organisms, okay, that we see today were created as such, like the way human beings are, the way monkeys are, the way donkeys are, the way dogs are, insects are, they have been created exactly the way today we are seeing even and before. That is one theory. The second one is the diversity was always the same since creation. Whatever the diversity that we are seeing today was exactly same even during the creation, before, like at the time of creation, and will be same in the future also. Then the third part will be the earth is about 400 years old. All this idea was strongly challenged during the 19th century. That means the earth is about 400 years old, only 400 years old. That is what they came up. And this all ideas were being challenged, okay, in the 19th century very strongly. They wanted an experimental proofs and all. So we will see how the evolution, keeping this different theories that came out, and finally which theory got accepted in the coming video. Till that, if you feel any doubt, you can comment me to the comment section, or you can also reach me out to the Telegram channel. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and also comment. Thank you.